The question I get asked by far the most is, how did you pass all 4 CPA exams in 3 months while working full-time? And the short answer is, I studied completely differently than you're supposed to, but at the same time, it's almost anticlimactic because it didn't involve any secret tricks or loopholes. But it was very different from what most people do. And I'll show you my NASBA score sheet with the dates in just a second. In this short video, I want to give you 3 insights that you need to understand that will make every aspect of your CPA journey much smoother so that you avoid the 3 biggest mistakes that happen to almost all CPA candidates at some point. I'm Nate with Superfast CPA, and we specialize in helping busy CPA candidates pass their CPA exams, usually while they're working full-time. The strategies we teach our clients and customers are based on my own experience taking and passing the CPA exams. The short version of my story is, I studied the normal way for 2 months between finishing my master's degree and starting my job in public accounting. So I had all day every day to study. So that meant watching every video lecture, reading every chapter, and then going through the practice questions. Of course, that's all easier said than done, and most days I would have to restart the video lecture several times, either from zoning out or not understanding what I was watching. So I went through this process for 2 months. Most days I just felt like I was spinning my wheels, but I did put in a lot of time and effort. So test day comes, and seeing the exam in person made me realize that I had studied completely wrong. More on that in a minute. But I take the test, and a few weeks later I find out that I failed with a 74. So at this point, I've now started my new full-time job in public accounting, and I've still got all 4 exams to pass, and I definitely don't have all day every day to study anymore. So out of necessity, I switched to my own ideas about studying, which were based on those realizations I had when I saw the real exam that first time. So I implement this new form of studying, and I end up passing all 4 sections back to back to back to back, and it wasn't until I got my final score report that I realized I'd passed all 4 within 3 months. Here's a picture of my actual score report with the dates. You can see based on the dates that it's 3 months and 4 days to be exact. So what were these new study strategies I used, and what did I do to pass the 4 exams in 3 months with limited study time? To frame this, I want to point out the 3 big challenges of the CPA exams. Every candidate struggles with one of these 3 things, and a lot of candidates struggle with all 3. First is being overwhelmed with the study process or not being sure what to do each day. After about a week of beginning the study process, it really starts to sink in how much material there really is to cover in your review course. Yes, the topics are technical, challenging, and hard to understand, but the bigger problem is the sheer volume of information. How do you effectively and efficiently try to learn it all? Second is time itself. Most people are aiming to study 4 to 5 hours a day, but when you're working full-time, most days you get to the end of the day and you don't have the time or energy to study. So what do you do about that? The third challenge is retention, and this was a big thing that instantly hit me when I saw the exam in person. I had spent all that time slowly working through lesson after lesson, covering over 100 topics, and then when I'm sitting there taking the real exam, I realize how much of it I had forgotten. So again, the 3 big challenges are the study process itself, finding the time to study, and then retention. How do you remember everything you've studied so that you can pass on test day? Well, what if you knew exactly what to do when you sat down to study so that you can approach every day and dissect every lesson the exact same way, and you knew that what you were doing was working? And what if you could actually have a much shorter daily study session each day so that it was much easier to fit it in, and it was more effective and worked better than what you're doing now? And what if you had a way to build daily re-review right into this shorter daily study session so that your understanding and retention of all the topics actually increased as you got closer to test day, instead of slowly forgetting what you've already studied? The Superfast CPA study process teaches you exactly how to do this, and you can learn our exact study process for free, and you can apply this framework to any review course. So today and tomorrow, we are doing a free training where we'll walk you through exactly how to study using this approach. Each session has a limited number of spots, so you'll want to choose a session and register soon so that you make sure to get a spot. To register, you can simply click on this video or click on the button that's either on or below this video and go to the registration page and choose a session. Or in your browser, you can go to superfastcpa.com/training, or you can just text "pass now," one word, to 44222. The trainings take about an hour, and this 1 hour can literally save you months of time and frustration, help you pass your exams faster, and save you from failing sections and having to pay to retake sections. The biggest thing you'll come away with is a crystal clear plan for what to do each day when you sit down to study that's easy to do and extremely effective, so that you can move through the lessons quickly and consistently improve on all the topics as you go. And when you attend a session, you'll also get a free copy of our CPA flashcards for all 4 sections. These are digital and customizable. There's over 700 flashcards. You'll also get a mind map of what we cover on the training, so that you have an easy to understand reference of how it all fits together. And you'll get a free copy of our strategy guide, the Busy Candidate's Guide to Passing the CPA Exams Fast. So again, to register for the training, just click this video or the button on or below this video, or go to superfastcpa.com/training, or text "pass now" to 44222, and I hope to see you on the training.